We're at the site of the explosion in Silver Spring, on our way to a news conference to be provided an update on the source of the explosion. These are the back sides of the Flower Branch apartment, and we're on our way to the press conference that I was told is going to be held at the rec center. The rec center was also a staging ground and where people were put up the first few nights following the fire for the explosion for those who are left homeless.
After conducting over 100 interviews of witnesses, reviewing countless hours of surveillance video, collecting and analyzing multiple pieces of evidence, reconstructing the gas meter lines, and digging by hand through 4 stories of charred debris, we were prepared to say that this tragedy was the result of a natural gas explosion that occurred in the meter room of Building 8701. This building which was located underneath Apartment 101. Subsequent to that explosion was a natural gas-fed fire that consumed the apartments directly above and adjacent to the source of the fire. At this point in time in the investigation, there is no indication that a criminal act occurred. There was no incendiary or ignition device recovered in the location of the blast scene or the blast location, and there is no indication of unauthorized access to the meter room prior to the explosion.
I'm from National Transportation Safety Board, and I'm the investigator in charge of this accident.
If you had a gas leak, how did it result in explosion?
We're actually trying to, up until this point, we've been trying to ascertain what actually caused the explosion of the gas itself. And that's what I say, from the site of the explosion itself, we're trying to find out what ignited, caused, or started that explosion. But the reason that the National Transportation Safety Board is actually brought in is to find out exactly what those sources could actually be.
And if I could just follow up,
Sure.
Residents had said that they reported smelling natural gas prior to this day. The county executive said July 25th there was a report. Some residents say the same night of the fire, within an hour or two before the fire. Could this have been detected? Could it have been prevented?
Only because I don't want to adversely impact the NTSB's investigation. I understand about your question and the reports that have been made. It's probably inappropriate for me to actually comment on that because those interviews and the people who have that type of information should definitively contact the National Transportation Safety Board so that their thoughts, their comments can be a part of that ongoing investigation.
Recommendations moving forward, the safety recommendations moving forward. There are 7 families, at least, that are without their loved ones. Where does the fault lie in this investigation?
Well, that'll have to be determined by the NTSB in conjunction with, during their investigation.
Is that something that you'd like to comment on, sir? Can you comment on that? Do you want to know why they don't have their loved one with them anymore?
Accidents such as this take several months to go through and come up with the facts and probable cause. Our goal in this case is to complete everything before the anniversary date, and we'll try to beat that.
Oh, and this is the operations inside the rec center. I guess it's still being used as a staging area, and people are living. Well, it's a wrap, WJOY fans. As you see, this is the Long Branch Community Center, and this is where people have been staying since they were displaced as a result of the explosion. And we just wrapped up this press conference. The Red Cross is serving meals, and if anyone should ask, you saw it on WJOY in Silver Spring, Maryland.